Hi everybody. So it is Sunday, June 22nd. I have now been in dentures for 1 week. They don't fit as good as they did before. Swelling's going down a lot and they're getting a little loose in my mouth. I have an appointment to get adjustments tomorrow. But I want to take a quick moment to kind of go through. I know I've had some questions about cost. So let's go over that real quick. My initial outlay for the consult was $250. That covered my deep tissue scan and the consult, as well as all the base x-rays. Once we determined that we were going to move forward with doing all the extractions and going to dentures, we needed to do impressions of what my mouth looked like at the time and start the construction of my immediates, as well as plan for the construction of my perms down the road. The cost on that visit, the second visit, was $2,833. That covered my impressions, the construction of my immediates, and the prepayment for the eventual construction of my perms. So that second visit at $2,833 covered all my future teeth for the foreseeable future. So between that and the $250 for the initial scans and consult, $3,000. The next cost was the day of extractions, E-Day. My total that day was two payments for two different purposes. The first was for my extractions and the placement of the implants. The second cost was for the future modification of my temporary and permanent denture, as well as the abutments on my implants for the snapping on the bottom. That total payment was $6,133.50. $5,965 was just extractions and implants. $850 was for the abutment and the connection hardware. So I'm not going to go through a totally itemized list with you, but I wanted to give you a rough overview. So the extractions and surgery were about $6,000 or about $5,000, $5,300, and then another $850 for hardware. So that's cost. Let's talk about what's going on right now. I haven't been very vocal the last couple of days. I'd like to apologize for that. I spent a couple of days doing my normal healing coma, which is what I do often when I'm injured. I just kind of go into and I'm out. Again, didn't have a lot of swelling in my face. Had a fair amount in my gums, especially in my bottom. At this point, that swelling has reduced to the point where my bottom plate still won't really go in very well. It won't adhere. It floats a lot. And it's now, the side walls are so big that putting it down onto my ridge, it actually hits my tongue and the bottom of my lip. It won't bottom out. I can't get the inside of my ridge to touch the inside of the denture. The lip on the side is actually digging in to the tongue root and the cheek line. The top is also loose, but that's, again, swelling's going down, so I have to use adhesive to get everything in right now. What I am hoping is that my fitting on Monday is going to address some of the problems with the bottom. I'm really hoping we can reduce the palate a little bit, because it's really I think that's the biggest thing infringing on my ability to speak, which is something I need a lot of. And the bottom denture just is painful right now because as it floats around, it's just jamming into my tongue root and my cheek line. But I am trying to wear them more. I still haven't been able to eat much with them. Luckily, most of the food we eat is stir-fry small chunk stuff, so not a whole lot of like ripping things off bones. But yeah, I've not been able to like use them to really chew anything at this point. And a lot of it's got to do with the fact that I can't get good bite with the bottom at all. Because either I couldn't get it on, or now I can't get it to seat. I'm not going to be taking them out in front of you again right now. I'm not going to subject you to that because there's a lot of adhesive in here trying to hold us in and it's just not working. But I wanted to give you an update on where we are on that and go through a little bit of a broader review of the cost. And again, this 1, 2, 3, 3 or 4 sheets of itemized billing here is just for my extractions. Again, I went in there with 25 teeth, mostly in my head, of which probably 17 were soundish teeth. But again, a lot of my issue had to do with my jaw and the fact that my lower jawbone has been broken before and repaired and is kind of canted, and my teeth were actually derooting in places. So the teeth, some of the teeth were broken and bad. Some of the teeth were intact themselves, but not at holding their place well. Overall, it's just going to be a lot better in the long run. Rather than doing this piecemeal, just went ahead and just do it. But that's where I am today. I'm hoping that after my next fitting on Monday, things will be better and I can get back to doing my job. Unfortunately, my job requires FaceTime with people and I have to be able to talk. And right now, that's not really an option. But that's where we are. I'm going to go read a book and enjoy the weather. Have a good time, guys.